show where we plant the seeds of greatness in our children. Africa's future. We nurture their dreams, empower their minds, mold them into the leaders. Our continent.
I am African, I'm a mother, and I'm raising a new breed of leaders for the African future.
Hello, Afrimama. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, at whatever time of the day you are tuning in. You're welcome to the A.R.A.L Show, where A.R.A.L means Afrimums Raising African Leaders. And I am Zoe Octavia Obaze. Today's conversation is we're going back in time to when Afrimums were girls. We do so much as mothers, and today we want to let down our hair. Should I say tie up our hair? We want to be, just enjoy the fact that we were girls and now we are mothers. So let's take a moment to reflect and have fun about it. But while we're doing all of this, you must know that I'm never ever alone on the A.R.A.L Show. There's always if you have been a viewer, you know how I say it, right? The steady.
I said I don't want to be strong anymore.
You don't want to be strong anymore.
I don't want to be strong anymore. I want to be a baby girl.
So.
Okay, so welcome is another exciting episode of the A.R.A.L Show. And I don't know, for some reason I'm feeling jiggly about today's episode. Maybe because I've had time, from when Zoe suggested the topic. I've had to relive a lot of experiences, and it feels good to get in touch with that girl, and for some reason I just feel there's still that girl lurking somewhere inside, buried under the whole burden of motherhood, lifehood, adulthood, and all the other hoods, Okay, so yes, I'm Chisom Okachuku, and of course this is the A.R.A.L Show, where we intentionally, with all intention, raise the next breed of African leaders. So today we're going to be shifting the focus a little bit, from raising the African leaders. Of course, we'll still find a way to, tie it in. But today is about us. We just want to let our head down and, relive memories, have fun, travel back in time, Time travel is possible. That's why God gave us imaginations. So we're going to travel back in time and relive a lot of those experiences. So come on this journey with us. This is Digit 1024 Radio. This is where you have refreshing content, good, clean content. And of course, we want this show to be very interactive. So that's why we're going to be calling out the number for you to call in to share your own experiences. It's not going to be Zoe and Chisom sharing their experiences. It's going to be Afrimums all over Africa. So please call in. The number to call is 080-957-33330. So I'm going to take that again. 957-33330. Of course, if you're calling from outside Nigeria, you would have to add the code +234. So yes, back to you, Zoe.
Okay, Zoe as a girl. First of all, do you think, or have you heard, or do you really think that your face changed?
I don't think for me it really changed that much. Of course, there's that, fine lines of maturity and all those stuffs, losing all those baby face and all. But I don't think for me particularly my face really, really changed, because I look back at my pictures and I'm like, okay, she's still that girl.
Right. I think the same for me as well. I think the same. And interestingly, somebody said something to me during the weekend. So my sons were running past, and I kept on saying to them, stop running. The person said, are you telling them to stop? I have a feeling that you did more than this when you were younger. And I think that the moment he said that, I just knew that, okay, I've been caught, because I remember being a very, very energetic girl. So please, first of all, we will really, really, really love to hear you contribute. We would love to hear you pick a number. So how we're going to run today's show is you're going to call in. You pick a number, you get a question, and then you respond to it. So it's all about us, just enjoying the moment. And like Somi said, the number to call is
080-957-33330. I'll take that again. 080-957-33330. And of course, if you're calling from outside Nigeria, because we understand that we have viewers from all over Africa, remember to add the code +234 before the number. So we'll look forward to hearing from you. But before then, Zoe, I want to put you on the spot.
Oh.
So is there any, okay, maybe you've mentioned one. You said you just mentioned about your child running and someone was like, but is there really a particular character, like something particularly that you know, when your children do, you see yourself in them. You see yourself, even though sometimes, you know, that tendency, you feel you are now matured and you have outgrown it. But deep down in your mind, you just know this is me.
Okay. In fact, whenever I tell my son that he talks a lot,
Right.
I can hear myself saying, really? Really? Because, so I try not to say you are talking a lot. I just say, Delsa, please, can you stop talking?
Right.
But while I'm asking, I'm like, did you stop?
Right.
Did you stop? I mean, I talk for a living. And that's what I do. That's my career path. I mean, what I'm doing here is talking.
Of
So,
course.
I mean, why do I expect the young man to do otherwise? And then he tells me that, oh, I can talk. I love to talk. I enjoy talking. Like, he can be dramatic about
Right.
it, even when you're correcting him. So, I think that talking, first of all. Yes, my first son, he talks a lot. And I know he inherited it.
Why do I feel that there's a kindred spirit here? Because it's the same thing. Every time my children talk a lot, except for my first son. He's not really much of the talking type. But you see my second son, my third son. And you know, sometimes you just don't want to hear all those chit chat. And when you're like, you talk too much, and something is like, wow, even at this age, you're not done talking. So
Honestly.
right, and I just, you know, something happened last 2 weeks.
Okay.
My second son, I was trying to clean their ears, and immediately the cotton board entered into his ear. He screamed. And me, in my usual manner, I got irritated. I was like, what is your problem? I just cleaned your younger brother's ear and no drama. What is all this drama all about? So I just told him, please leave first. And I don't know, it was probably, I don't know, I would just say something it was just to avoid something more serious. Because if I had just said, your drama is too much, come, Joe, and continue cleaning the ear, only God knows what would have happened. So I just told him, please go first. So I started cleaning his elder brother. Later I called him, I said, come. Then, just to be sure what is wrong, I used torchlight to look into his ear to be sure that I didn't even injure him, because the way he shouted was really serious. And I saw something in his ear. I can't tell what it is. If it's a pebble, if it's adding something, it was in the ear there. And I started asking. I said, Kemwe, what is in your ear? And he was looking at me. I don't know. God, in that moment, I was already boiling, like it's just to give him slap too. But then something just told me, calm down. And I told him, so I just made him a promise. I said, I promise you, tell me the truth, I would not beat you. Because I know if I make that promise, I will be forced to keep to it. He was like, I don't know. I now asked him, did you put something in your ear? He said,
Oh my goodness.
I was like, Kemwe, I have told you not to put in someone's ear, not to allow someone put in your ear.
Put a pebble in his ear.
I don't know what it is. Honestly, I don't know what it is. But I was just looking, and because I had made the promise not to beat it, so I was just like,
So,
I was just holding myself. Then later, I was not like, and you were even lying about it when I asked you. Then it was as if my book of record was opened.
to yourself, right?
To myself. And I remembered one time like that. Of course, I've always been, as a young girl, I've always been very, very enthusiastic, like about beauty, fashion, and all those stuffs. So I just went back in time to one time that I took, in the night, I took a shaving pick and shaved off all my all my eyebrow.
Oh no.
As in everything. And drew another one, as in with eye pencil. My mom saw it. I was like, what happened? I said, I do not know. And I just wake up and saw it like this. Initially, the African mother and my mom wanted to start binding and casting that. Which one is you wake up and all your hair, your eyebrow is off. Then she said, this is a child behavior. She said, you see that truth? I will beat it. I will beat it out of you. I say, I don't know. I just wake up and did this thing. My mom beat me that day.
Hi.
She beat out the truth finally because I don't know that I was the one that shaved it. So the punishment she gave me finally is that you will go to school looking like this, no eye pencil.
There was a child that did it in my secondary school. When she came to school, she was scary.
I said I was looking like, as I was, hey, that's when you know that God is not foolish. That every single thing.
Take it out.
I'm telling you, you know that every single thing
my
in your body
goodness.
was properly thought out by God. I was looking like, like you could see me like this. I was all eyeballs. As in, hey God. That period, I dreaded going to school, and that my
Everybody
mom
would.
made sure that she dropped me in school herself. So
And
that
you didn't
was
have the opportunity of
for
drawing.
draw waiting. Hey God! Oh. So when I just remembered that, I said, "Kai, children behavior." But I was so scared. I was like, what if I had continued cleaning the ear and all those stuff? So when you said that, I said, okay, maybe you're in the spirit. So back to you, my dear. I have casted myself
my
before the whole world.
goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think that's. Please do not forget that we're waiting on your calls.
Yes.
Please calling.
Zero
Please, if
eight zero 957 33330.
Yes,
That's
please.
the number to call. Please call in and
Please
let's
call
hear
in.
from
Please
you.
call in. Today's show is all about us. All about us. Let's take moments to travel back in time to girlhood when we were girls. So, Somi, I don't know if you ever thought of this. There was a point when I used to have this excruciating headache when I came out from school. I think that was junior secondary school. So my grandma made it like a duty to give me cold cup of milk every time I came, like very creamy milk. So she just, of course, me, I was happy. My head, after I say headache and everything, so I'll come home to. So guess what? I then made up my mind that when I grow up, I will
Buy
in my
milk.
house. I will buy plenty milk.
Nah, I don't
like I'll be drinking milk every day. I'll just be licking,
Right.
and I like to lick milk. Do you like to lick powder
Even
milk?
till now.
Then when it gums up,
Confession, I
oh
still
my-
lick my baby's milk.
Daddy came well. This is where your money is going to. So I used to tell myself that we lick milk. My sister, these days, how many times do you think of licking
Right.
milk? Because you just felt like that was one of my goals in life. Drinking
Like
milk.
lifetime ambition.
Milk. I just be having milk.
Oh God. Lord, as in I just have so many things going through my head. So as a girl growing up, what was your favorite fashion accessory?
Okay, yes, I used to like sashes. I used to.
Okay.
Is this, what do they call it?
That like scarves
Yes,
that you tie.
I still do. I still do. Okay, so my grandma's tribe, where she's from, they wear hats, they do stockings, and
Okay.
they do those kinds of things. So I just liked it. I could just once in a while just take a scarf and just see how
Tie
it
it.
fits. Yes. But did I have a favorite? I also liked my grandma's hats. Yeah, I used to love my grandma's clothes. So I used to wear her clothes and just stand
Okay.
for the mirror. Because she was not the regular grandma. She was a
very
stylish.
fashionable.
Yes. So I used to, but of course, I would then have to help myself with the chest part with some tissue. I did though, my dear. It's just that sometimes the tissue will go down, so it will not be very balanced. So yes, that was
Okay, so we're going to do a short. So since you have refused to call, meanwhile, of course, let me take this time to say that if you have not subscribed to our channel, you're doing something very bad, though.
exactly.
You're doing something very bad. So please do well to subscribe to our channel, turn on the notification bell, and just connect with us across all social
So if you're
media
calling
platforms.
from Uganda, for instance, what do you need to do?
Plus 234-80-957-33330. That's the number to call. The same number, all you have to do is do away with the first zero and add plus 234, which is the dialing code for Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't forget, we're also on all social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, at the A.R.A.L Show. Connect with us. Let's hear from you. So meanwhile, we're going to do something in the comment section. So if you're watching us right now, please leave a comment. Your mother once said, something your mother once said that has stuck to your head. So please, or if you can call, that will be one of the very first questions we'll ask any caller. Something your mother once said. So maybe we should start from you, Zoe. Mama once said.
Okay, so for me to be grandma once said, yeah. So my grandma once said, experience will decide. So when she has told you, do you like this? Don't do you like, when you are doing, you have gotten it up to here, and then you just tell yourself that even if I beat this child, she just tell you, experience will decide. That's how she just leave the
Right.
experience will decide. She just I don't know how she framed the English, but
Right.
experience will decide is how she will end
Right.
it.
I
Experience
think
will
it's
decide.
similar thing, because one thing my mom will always say, so for our English Igbo speaking people, I'll say it in Igbo, then try as much as I can to translate literally, because of course the major language in my home growing up, I'm an Igbo girl, was Igbo. My father decided that I can't pay for you to go to school to learn English and still pay for you to go and learn your language. So we spoke our language at home. So my mom would always say, so what that means is that, literally translated, is that I'm trying to look for I understand it in my head, but I'm trying a way to put it. So it's more like what a woman has experienced. When you get to that point, you experience it. So it's her own way of saying, when she has talked and she's tired of talking, she'll tell you that, okay, with time, when you get to where I am, you will understand. In other words, you will also be a mother, just like me. So when you get there, you will understand. And truly, I understand beyond understanding.
Being there, done that. Now you know.
Because I am not seeing what she saw. So that's just one of the things. And, you know, just like, I think it's similar to what Grandma also said, experience will decide. Because with experience, you now see that, okay. Because I used to think that my mom beats me so much. I used to be.
So you talk about it so much. Oh, my goodness.
My mom beats me in this life. Oh, my God.
You two, what were you always doing that mommy was spanking you?
I don't know. But
Were
I
you
shall know that I gave her.
You know all those things, like, what did you do? I did not do anything.
No, I know that I was actually heady. To an extent. Of course, I grew up among 4 boys. What was she expecting?
Was it a case of your brother saying you did things or...
No. See, the truth is that I was invested in it as much as my brothers were invested in it. So we were culprits. We were culprits together. Do you understand? But the fact that they were there, and me, my own was usually special because my mom would tell me, you are the only daughter I have, so you will not go astray. So if others even go free, you will not go free.
Oh my goodness.
So me and my elder brother, we collected good measure. Press down,
shake it.
In fact, there was one day my mom beat me so much. I told her, you are not my mother. Take me to my mother.
Okay,
she
now
left the beating that she was beating with me crying. I started crying too. So it was a crying galore. I was
such
crying.
a
She was
hot
crying.
motivation.
So I was crying and she was crying. So, but the thing is, like I said, when I gave birth, I now understood. I said, it's well. But funny enough, she would tell you that I wasn't really such. I would just say that was what she understood. She felt like the cane was the way to get, because she would always tell you that of all her children, I didn't really give her issues like that. But she just felt she needed to ring the thing, as in nip it in the bud before it escalates out of hands and stuff like that. The beating.
In fact, so me, this your laugh is making me remember a question.
Okay.
Which family member? Now it does not have to be your mom. Or it can be anybody. Family member. Did you really like growing up? You know
Did I
that
really
there's
like?
family, right? But I don't know.
I think it's my parents. So it's still my parents, and maybe our last born. That is my youngest brother.
Why did you like your parents? No, I'm not talking about the general expectation
no,
of
not
the child loving their
no,
parents.
not the
That you
general
just know that
expectation.
I like this person.
No, the thing is that as much as my mom was very hard on me, my dad wasn't so hard on me. In fact, I'm not sure I can remember my dad ever beating me. I'm not sure I can remember him ever doing that. But my parents were so, as in, when as a child, I didn't have to doubt that they loved me. So as much as my mom was hard on me, my mom was that mother. My mom would sell her wrapper to give you what she wants to give you. She's that kind of mother. Like, she's sacrificial. She's the typical mother example. Do you understand? So for me, despite all those things that she did, I still loved my mom. I still loved my dad. And it's not a question of a child loving. Okay, maybe it's because I saw them love me. So naturally, that was the only reaction. Then in short, I don't know. My brothers, I loved all my brothers. Of course, my elder brother, as much as I loved him, we fought a lot. I remember the first high heel I was given. I broke it on his head.
What?
I hit it on his head.
So you did things. Okay.
Innocent me.
You were surrounded by boys.
But that boy beats me. My elder brother showed me shaggy. He beats me. But me self, my mouth was sharp. So I was always attacking him with my mouth, and he would beat and beat and beat. And that day, my parents were not around to save me. The only thing near me was my high heel shoe. So I hit it. It was not intentional. Our blood was coming out. Immediately I saw the blood, I flew into the room and locked the door because I know I will die that day. And I did not come out. My father came back because because they would have killed me before my father came back that day.
My
So immediately I just saw the blood coming. Of course, and as I was there, I was also concerned that you should not go go and die. I didn't mean it. It was just like self-defense. Just leave me. You are beating me. That kind of a thing. It wasn't like I set out or premeditated to do that. So please, I'm not violent. I'm very nice.
I think that apart from my grandma, so I've mentioned on this show before that I loved my grandma because I knew that she loved me. She had my time. We played games. So there's this word game we play. We derive many words from one root word. As funny as this may sound, my grandma and I would look into the sky like we used to count stars. It's the Igbo people that used to do that kind of thing, right? But my grandma and I did. We went to ponds to feed fishes. Like we'll go with breadcrumbs. I will feed it to fish. So when I say my grandma had my time, I meant she had my time. When I went for rehearsals, singing rehearsals, then I started acting really early. Performances in church and school, my grandma would go with me to rehearsal and stay with me through. Then on the day of performance, after my performance, she would take me for ice cream and chicken. So it was that kind of life I lived with my grandma. So it was very particular. She used to be in the force. In her country, my country, we used to be she rose up to the rank of deputy superintendent of police, but she had retired when I came into the scene. So I was like, that's her retirement plan that she didn't even know was coming. So she just told herself that now I've retired from the force, I'm just going to give it all and be there for this girl. But aside my grandma that everybody else knew I loved, like everybody who knew me knew I loved my grandma, and she was so much in my life and I was in her life as well. I loved my cousin. My mom's sister's first son. Oh my God, he's Afro. I don't know if he's going to watch this, but of course now he's in his 50s, like he's much older, but I loved my cousin's Afro, and he could sing, he could write. Guess what? When he was to bring somebody home that he was going to get married to, I wasn't happy. Not because it's not because I was crushing on him. I just felt like he's not going to have my time.
He
was not going to have my time because I just used to be around him. When we are gisting, of course we don't live together. Holidays I'll go to their house. So, and I had mostly, in fact, my cousins' lives were like yours. Where they had 4 brothers and then 1 sister, but he was the oldest son. When my cousin is going to the restroom, like I'm gisting, he enters the restroom. I'll go, when ask me, you want to follow me? I'll say no. I'll now sit there in front of the restroom. And at that time, there was no door. It's cutting. He will say, Zo, go. It's smelling. I say, I know. Like, that was the kind of love. As in, I loved my cousin. On his wedding day, I said I wanted to sing. I went to my friends. That's how I planned. This was the song. Richie, it's your wedding day. That's how I got in the middle. And I started saying, you found the one you've been waiting for. I cried. I almost spoiled my cousin's wedding day. I was crying. They were like, what happened? They don't understand. I think my cousin me. I don't want. Oh my God. I loved my cousin. Because Richie, I love you.
So let's assume that Richie is watching. Did you tell him to tune in?
And I have not told you. I shall not tell my cousin.
So you need to tell your cousin. So dear cousin, if you are watching this is Zoe telling you that she loves you. So we have some comments. Benedicta Igwe said, my mom had a habit of reminding me and my sister that a female child should always wake up before the sun. Is it not sunset? You now wake up.
I don't understand.
You will not be the one to announce to sun that it's time to
No, I don't get it.
She said, my mom had a habit of reminding me and my sister that a female child should always wake up before the sun.
Yes, no.
I don't understand. I should be the one to wake up sun.
That you should... Oh, God. They not say you should wake up sun, John.
It's true now. Because it's the sun that we set. Now we will not know that it's morning, everybody wake up. Me, I will not wake up before the sun. I say, yeah, sun, come out, morning I'm rich. You
are the chicken the sun is waiting for. Cry. Chicken not the cry for night.
So Benedicta,
sing the song. Chicken not the cry for night. Your chicken not the...
We have our first caller.
Oh my God.
All right, yes. Hello. Yeah, good morning. Welcome to the A.R.A.L Show.
Thank you.
Yeah, so who are we speaking with and where are you calling in from?
My name is Bisoye Hassan, calling from Ogun State.
Wow.
Yay! Okay. Thank you for calling in.
So the very first thing before Zoe shoots you your question is one thing your mother once said. So your mother once said,
Bisoye Okimbo, have I not told you to do the dishes?
Okay.
so truly, were you borrowing? Did you used to borrow?
Honestly, man, this thing is very, I don't even know. Who was it place immediately after? Watch TV. So according to her, I probably wasn't borrowing, but yeah.
Okay, you probably wasn't borrowing, right? I like that. So maybe we'll adopt it into English language. So when we ask you, are you borrowing? It means are you hearing words? Do you understand? So now, are you borrowing?
I am, because it's so funny how this thing just like so but as an adult, it's trouble to you're like, oh, my mom said, and you're like, oh, I'm not at my mom's house anymore, I'm not a child anymore.
Right.
They have a funny way of just being a part of what.
Yeah.
But can I use this moment to say on international TV that this is one of my childhood friends?
Aww.
Like childhood. So there's a picture of us where we were. Bishop, should I tell the world?
Oh, I'm struggling to hear you guys.
Oh no!
Can you hear us now?
Bishop, can you hear us now?
Can you hear us now?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Bishop, I was saying that can I tell the world about our pictures and our moments
Oh my god.
and the three musketeers? Oh my goodness.
We had a beautiful
We did. We had a precious childhood. Bishop, from number 1 to 15, can you please pick a number?
number 1 to 6.
15.
1 to 1, 5.
Okay, 7.
Ooh, number 7. Okay, so Bishop, what is one childhood experience that mommy and daddy never got to know about?
That they never got to know about.
Yes. This laugh think the answer very well.
Professor, we want to be fasting.
You said?
I don't know, there are a lot of them actually.
Okay, just tell us one major one.
The one that if mommy hears, she's not coming for me.
How do I say this now? The first one that came to my mind, which is very interesting. So, good or bad?
Good.
Preferably not.
Comfortable. But
something
comfortable.
you're
You're comfortable to
comfortable
share.
Childhood. I don't even know what to say. There are not, I was quite mysterious to be fair, so it's a lot. It's a lot, though.
You say it's a lot.
That one time that they said, oh, don't open the door for anybody. That time that all our friends will come to the house. And then they'll come back and they'll say, did you open up for anybody?
And you say no.
Oh my god, I remember. So when we were growing up here,
Yeah.
there is this thing where you cannot watch TV. You cannot watch TV during the week, only weekends.
Okay.
And my brother and I, we get back from school and watch TV all through. And then you see or you hear my dad on or my mom.
Tom.
Just to get on it off. Like, nothing happened. That was a very beautiful childhood.
But wait, let me ask you a question. So
That would happen a lot.
So you're lucky. Maybe daddy is not the type that will go and check the temperature of the TV to check if someone has been watching it.
Okay. Bise, thank you so much for sharing, and I want to use this opportunity to say thank you so much for being a precious childhood friend to me and to Cynthia. Did you hear me?
What did you say?
Oh, Bise, I said thank you for being a precious childhood friend.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much for being a precious childhood friend, Zoe.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank
You're
you for
welcome
calling
back.
in.
Thank you guys for having me. I had a good time, even if it's such a short time.
Yeah,
Alright,
thank you.
Bye. Yeah. Yep. So, Oh yeah, you now. It's your turn to answer that question.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. So that's how they say they want to do the gods are not to blame in my GS1. And I had a school mother. Did you have a school mother? I had plenty. I was feeling like hot girl. Plenty people wanted and they were begging to apply. They used to use meat pie to beg me.
You're so cheap, meat pie.
Auntie, you wait, can you afford meat pie that year? They're using meat pie and egg roll. I mean, I'll collect from this person. When I say, are you my school daughter?
So how many school mothers did you finally have? How many school mothers?
Is it not the one that I had that I followed to? So the cast and crew that came for the gods are not to blame. One of them liked my school mother, the original school mother that I liked. That is how they now say they want to. Wait, now let me whisper. I don't know if they will hear history. That is how I followed my school mother. They say they want to take my school mother out. I don't follow my school mother. I don't even know what I told my family. That's how we went somewhere. My sister. That's how Amrobas came. First time I will hear gunshot, Papa, in my mind, I'm like, God, if I come myself from this place.
Are you serious?
I'm not joking. It's on that table. It's from under the table. I remember how Jonah was begging God. I begged God from under this table that God, if I don't die in this place like this.
You went to chop free
I
food.
will not follow anybody. My God, till today.
You're scared.
They don't know.
Mama.
That would have died when I went to chop free snacks. With my school mother. My sister.
Okay.
I escaped.
Oh God, no. This one, sure, my mother will not call village meeting for me like this.
Confession. Just say, dear mommy, please find a place in your heart. I don't even know where we learned that thing. Find a place in your heart. It's all this Paloma and Diego.
You know, naturally, human beings, we have hard hearts. So find that soft place in your heart.
What would they use to search for it?
Unlock it with padlock. Okay, so I think for me, dear mama, if you ever stumble on this, just know that it's almost 20 years after. Please don't ask me about it. So in my own case, I remembered. So that was WAEC. We were supposed to write WAEC. That was 2007 April.
Okay.
So I was senior WAEC. So we now decided that okay now we've been studying that before exam starts that let's go and party. Me that I already know the kind of mother that I have. I say, how will I do this one like this? Oh, I just told my mom, Mommy, food and not practical is the food and nutrition is the first WAEC this thing. We want to go for excursion before.
So me.
We want to go for excursion before that time. Oh, but that was how we went to go and do party. People that don't know if they will pass the WAEC yet. That's how we did party before writing the exam. So what if we did not now pass and we have done the party?
I think the F, don't be dancing. Thinking of the F, go for P.
So that was how that year. And I can't remember. It was in Anthony like this. That was April 2nd, 2007. We went to do party. We say, we'll soon write WAEC, we'll soon graduate. After all, we'll soon leave the house. Everybody, this one, that one. If only we know what adulthood really was. Maybe we'll have stayed put as children.
You also wanted to be big by all means. I still remember when I used to stand in front of the mirror and then I'll take rolls of tissue and then I'll mold it. Then I'll put it in my chest. Yes, now as some people had fast growth now, so the way they used to walk now started changing. You know, walking in your face. What is going on? You have been wondering that.
Is your own difference going on in this life? Why is the world so wicked?
That my development was only in front of my mirror. Me too, I'll be walking in front of the mirror like this with it. I cannot come out. What if it falls down?
What if it falls down? Oh God. Okay, so of course.
I'm so sorry. When you asked me about fashion piece, I remember something. So did you ever feel that the girls that wore glasses were the intelligent girls? The people who wore glasses?
Maybe because maybe because my mom wore glasses. Oh. So and in the family there are a few people that had eye issues. So I didn't really envy it. And maybe also because my eyes is my sharpest sense organ. So I don't envy them at all, except it's fashion glasses. But you see all those effical glasses that you wear for eye problems.
I don't know who taught me, or I don't. In fact, from.
Yeah.
They now gave me the glasses. The glasses. When I went, I'll be what? I don't even know how to put my leg. Like
Thank
it
God
was
you
clearly
didn't. Thank God you
medicated.
didn't fall.
I was walking improperly, and I kept on wearing it even when it was getting bent. When
That
they
could
asked
have
me what
damaged
happened,
your eye.
I'll now be squinting at my eye. I don't even know which one is short-sighted. Or I'll say I'm short-sighted because I wanted to be that intelligent girl.
Girl.
Things
Oh,
we did
God.
as children.
So, we're seeing a lot of comments. Isosa, thank you. We see you. Plant Part Educational Consult. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, beautiful ladies. I'm assuming they are ladies. Okay, yes.
Yes, please.
Yes,
comment.
thank
My
you.
mother once
So, of
said-
course, leave in the comments something your mother once said. You know the trend now, the trend rather. So, my mother once said, you tell us what your mother once said. And you now tell us if the reality has dawned on you finally, like it did for me and Zoe. Yes, so we're moving on. So, Zoe, one question. Now, this is the very serious part. As a mother, is there any childhood dream that you feel motherhood has deprived you of or delayed?
Any childhood dream that I think motherhood has denied me of or delayed? Right now, I can't think of any. If anything, I think that being a mother for me right now, I'm finding strength to juggle. Like, so there's this part of me that still does not feel. I honestly hardly think that motherhood drains me, because from the onset I knew that. Okay, I remember somebody saying, "Oh, your children will take your brother." I said, no,
No.
me,
Yeah.
I'll take them
True,
first.
true.
No, it was not. It's not because I even want to japa or anything. It's that don't
My
have
children
that
are
feeling
not
like
my
it's not the,
retirement
yeah, they are not
plan.
the
Yeah,
glory.
yeah.
See, there's a lot I still have
yes,
to give,
yes,
and while I'm
yes.
giving it,
Yes.
I'm raising them.
Yeah.
So I don't have that mindset like, oh, now I'm killing everything about me for the children. No, there's something about me. I mean, for instance, they call in on the A.R.A.L Show. My husband takes them to watch me give my speeches at Toastmasters. They hear I bring souvenirs for them for my MCing. They see me do my biography writing. So they see mommy living life while I'm raising them. So for me, it's like I'm pulling them along while I am on a journey. So it's if anything is a blessing. And well, maybe if they were girls, I would have felt like, oh, there is, I don't know, but the fact that they are boys, if anything, it stretches me. I'm like, okay, what else? What more? What more am I to teach them? What more am I to do for them? But no, right now, no. And no, marriage and motherhood right now is even a dream that is so big, and so it's such a blessing to me and adds to me, and if sort of fuels me. Yes, I want to be all that God wants me to be, and be it with my husband and with my children. So no.
That's interesting. Well, the truth is, we know that it's different folks for different strokes for different folks. So for me, actually, I would say, just like you, anyway, I'm glad that I can inspire my children, that my children can look up to me and not just see mommy for mommy. They've seen me win a grant, like the day I won the 9 Mobile 500,000 naira grant. They were watching with their dad. So when they came home, they said, "Mommy, I saw you talking about Edubri. I saw you talking about this." As in, you could see the pride in their eyes as they talked about it, and the other things that I've gone on to achieve and all those stuff. So I see that pride. But the truth is, for me, motherhood kind of gave a curve to what I imagined. And like I said, also for you, I'm glad for the man I'm married to. I'm glad for my children. But at the same time, it has come with a cost for me, because personally, when I got married, I didn't have plans to marry. But somehow I knew it was time for me. Because if you had left me, I wanted to do everything, build house, do everything, As in, I
Fly aeroplane.
I had all those plans before marriage. So even when the marriage came, I wasn't looking. As in, I wasn't like that average girl that was looking, oh, I'll marry. Of course, yes, it was somewhere in the back of my head, but it wasn't like my primary focus. At the time. But when my husband came, I just knew it was time. I didn't know. I didn't even have to go and pray. This is what they say, pray about it. But I just sensed it, that it was time, and that was it. So for me, probably I wished I had done my PhD now. That's the kind of person I am.
Really?
Yes.
I never would have thought.
Me? No, I had plans, my dear. I had plans. I told my mom, don't worry, I'll build you house. Me, I'll have like how many houses before I even think of marriage. And she'll be looking at me like this. So even when I told her I wanted to marry, she was looking at me like, this one is not serious.
Where goes the pool and the swimming pool you wanted to put in the house?
No, not even that. She was looking at it that maybe I was just, because she knew I was serious about it. And the truth is, one thing is that same energy, I have brought it into every other thing I do. So, and I've, even in marriage, I've taken some certificate courses, and I just had that thing that if I am doing this thing, I want to do it and do it well. I'd rather not do it than do it. I want to do it and do it well. So that's the thing. So, but for me, I feel like there's been a little stall. Maybe if I wasn't married by now, I'll probably have my PhD and, you know, maybe some many other things. But regardless, I am glad at where I am. I just have a feeling that I am where God...
And the hourglass intact curves.
My dear
Curves,
sister.
curves something.
Now, I told my husband this morning as I was leaving the house, I said, see the figure 8 you married. Now I'm figure 0.
No, 8 plus.
No, this one now is 0 because it's rounding like this. Everywhere is rounding like this. But then, so, yes, it's just a choice you have to make as women.
Yeah.
Motherhood is a beautiful thing. Let nobody deny you. But the truth is that a lot of people, because I see it on social media, someone would be like, why don't people talk a lot about this? So except you want to do parenting haphazardly, or you just want to, you know, go with the tide, you don't want to be intentional about it. But if you want to be intentional about it, there might be some little curveballs along the way that you might have to navigate to, you know, get to where you're going to. But really, it shouldn't have to deprive you. Number one, if you're married to a supportive partner, and you're able to, you know, juggle every facet of your life and bring it together to make a sense, as in one whole piece. I don't know if I made sense.
Yeah, you do.
So,
may I have a question for you? What scene, SCENE, of a movie or a cartoon from childhood never leaves you? A scene from a movie or a cartoon that never leaves you?
I have to think deeply about that because I watched so many. And I read so many books. And naturally, I'm a very imaginative person. So there are so many pictures at different times flying. So let me think. That would take a lot of thinking for me to arrive at that. But I don't think there was really one particular scene.
So if I describe this, let me see if you can remember. Because they kept on repeating and repeating and repeating. So she had a superpower. And she could move things with her eyes. Do you remember her? And then she had this in high school. She had this principal that was very
Matilda.
Do you remember that part?
Oh yeah.
Matilda. Oh my goodness, Matilda would just stay and then
move her
eyes. And then there was this woman that was kind of
the musical recently.
Oh really?
Yeah, there's a remake of Matilda the musical. I watched it recently again.
Oh, interesting.
Matilda, that was an interesting one. But funny enough, for some reason, I just knew that whatever power she had, I saw it as sorcery.
Sorcery. I just thought it was I like that part where she went to the woman's house and then she was turning things off and turning things, and the woman was scared, and then the woman said, who's there? Come out and fight like a man. I she really didn't understand how things were happening around the house.
Okay, we have another caller. Okay, so let's... Hello? Okay, we lost that call.
Please call back. Please call again. The number to call is
080-957-33330. If you're calling from outside Nigeria, please do well to add +234 before you dial the number. So we're still on sharing our memories as girls. We're just throwing it back. Like we said, this is just a fun episode. So away from, you know, the children, it's about us today. As an Afrimum, what are those childhood dreams? So if you can't call in, the comment section is active. We'll be sure to read out your comments. Yeah. Please do well to drop in the comments. And we said in the comment section, your mother once said, something your mother once said. And again, if you have not subscribed, please, this is the point where you actually have to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell.
Somi, do you remember the Magic School Bus?
Magic School Bus. I'm trying to remember.
Is this the Magic School Bus? The Magic School Bus that expands and then... Oh, okay.
No, I'm not sure I watched
it. Was a cartoon.
I'm not sure I watched that.
Oh, okay.
I was... Maybe because I had brothers. I was more of a Power Rangers,
No.
So as more of a I think Power Rangers was our favorite cartoon growing up. My brothers and I. So I just love all those fights, and of course the pink
Yay!
Power Ranger
Thank
was
you
my
for calling again.
favorite. Hello. 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 Yeah. Welcome to the A.R.A.L Show. I can hear you, but your voice is not so clear. Can you speak up?
My name is Chidima.
Chidima, thank you for calling. This is the A.R.A.L Show. So tell us something your mother once said. Can you hear us?
Yes, I hear you.
Can you hear us now?
Okay, I hear you. I hear you.
Okay, so tell us something your mother once said.
Hi, improvement to my mother one day.
Eh?
My mother once said,
Mm-hmm.
Chidima, take your time. And don't try that nonsense again.
Our African mothers are in Daboski.
Take your time.
They say, take your time, don't try that nonsense. But you say if you're not nice, or what it is your mother said, it's only that one you remember. Don't try that nonsense again. I said you say if you're not nice, or what it is your mother said to you is Chidima, don't try that nonsense again that you remembered.
Yeah.
All right, so hello, can you hear us? Or I think we lost.
She's still there?
The call went off. Okay, so for me, I think Power Rangers was like our favorite
Power
cartoon.
Rangers.
Yeah, and I particularly liked the Pink Ranger
Oh,
because they were different. I don't know. You didn't watch Power Rangers?
no, really, I can't even remember.
I loved Power Rangers, especially.
I actually didn't watch much of TV. So
Okay.
the few I did sort of stuck.
No, I think we watched a lot. But then growing up, we also used to Saturdays used to be one of my fun moments. KKB show. There's this show KKB Kids So Better.
Yeah.
Every Saturday. Then this Cadbury breakfast show.
Okay,
What
that
is
one I
the
used
show?
to win bicycle.
I think
You will not be dreaming that if it was me that won, you don't want to do the show, you don't want to do the things, but if it's me that won this bicycle now.
God. As in that KKV show, I think why I fell in love with it was that it was very relatable. You know, seeing children of your age, because it was Nigerian children, and you see them, they were handling
Kenya
different.
and something. or Gombe
Yeah.
and something.
They were having, KKV, that's the KKV show, kids know better, that's the KKV, something like that, the song. It was so fun. And like Saturdays then.
Right.
And of course, my mom used to hold us to ransom. If you don't finish your chores, your Saturday chores, no KKV.
How early did you start doing chores as a child?
My mom was very deliberate about it, but the king of chores was actually my elder brother because he's 3 years older than me. So he was the one that started earlier before I did. So from like 9, 8, 9, my mom starts giving you your boxers, your singlet to wash. And I think I made my first meal. Was it at 10 or
What
12?
did you cook?
It was stew, the first one. Then later my dad taught me. It was nice, funny enough, because somehow, and I wasn't really the kitchen. You know, this girl, your mom is cooking, you should be in the kitchen. For some reason, I wasn't that kind of a child.
Really?
But whenever I want to cook, I'll tell you, come and teach me how to cook. So even when I was in school, when I went to the university, if I want to cook anything I don't know how to cook before, I just call my mom on phone and tell her, okay, I want to cook this. How do I cook it?
Wow.
And I just do it. And of course, when YouTube became, I just go to YouTube, watch recipes and experiment with them. So, but I made my first stew, I think at 10. Then I think at 12 or same 10, my dad taught me how to make okra soup. And that was the first soup I ever made. My dad is actually a very good cook.
Oh.
He bakes. My dad is a confessional. Like he
Wow.
actually learned it.
Wow.
So my dad cooks very, very well. Very well.
Wow.
Very, very well. So he taught me how to make okra soup. And then I remember my mom, because of her business, sometimes she will always come back late. So before she comes back, my dad has settled us, prepared our meals, and we've eaten and gone to bed. But for some weird reason, I think he didn't like making. He will make food and settle us, but he will wait for my mom to come back whenever to give him his own food. So for some reason, he just probably didn't enjoy eating his own food. He preferred eating his wife's food, that kind of a thing. But if it's for taking care of us, as in, he was able to step in, and my dad was a very present dad. Like, we usually look forward to him coming back, because he must come back with something. If it's not edible, it's maybe one toy he saw in a container or something. So he was always coming back with something. Or then I remember my mom rarely buys meat from the market. It's, I don't know, UAC Foods.
Okay.
You know UAC Foods.
Yes.
There's this meat they pack.
Yes.
They seal it.
Yeah.
So he will always, because he sells at Ladipo. So he usually pass in Ilupeju when coming back. And I think UAC store was at Ilupeju. So he would just buy it in packs, roundabout. You know, they specify the meat. If it's roundabout,
Yes.
an entire pack. So he would just pack everything and come home. So we're always looking forward to that. Or the day he will pass through Bagada, that Mr. Biggs that used to be at Bagada, he will buy us meat pie and all those stuff. You know, it was just, my daddy was actually a very present dad. And I used to tell... Yes. Of course, it was Father's Day this month, so it's not too late.
Please don't
We have
forget to give
another
that
caller.
shout out to him.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome to the A.R.A.L Show.
Thank you.
Yeah, so who are we speaking with?
Hello.
Yeah, who are we speaking with? What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Benedicta. I'm calling from Lagos.
Oh, Benedicta! Are you the same Benedicta that said mommy said you should wake up before the sun?
Yes.
Okay, nice to have you join us. Thank you, Benedicta. So you've already told us something mommy once said. So do you want to, pick a number 1 to 15?
But 1, 2, and 7 is out.
Huh?
12.
12.
Okay. What is your best recollection of extended family moments? So, what can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Okay, Benedicta, what is the best memory you have of your extended family? A moment that you shared with your extended family growing up. What's one of the best
I can't
memories?
hear you. My best memory I have of
Extended family. A time you shared with your extended family, not just your your immediate.
Okay, well, my mom's people have a sort of like, well, my mom is from Delta, so they have sort of like a festival that they
Okay.
do at a certain time of the year.
Okay.
So usually at that point of the year, my mom would pack all of us back to the village to go and like witness the festival. So the most memorable thing I have of that time was I have an aunt, my mom's elder sister,
Yeah.
Okay.
who just loves to feed people. So it was mostly the food.
He said she loves to feed people.
Just keep us somewhere and just continue stopping us to use the food. By the time we were going back,
That's because of distance and a lot of growth that has happened and everything. But that year, my grandparents, that's my dad's mom and dad, they were still alive. So
Yeah.
it was a full house. My dad's siblings, all of them, the 7 of them with their children, all came in from America, from UK. So it was a full house. I came in from school. I was schooling in Owerri then. So it was a full house. And that unity then. So I don't know if my uncles and my aunties will get to watch this. Really, I actually appreciated that moment, and I wish we can have that time again. I wish I wish I can go back, take back the hands of time. I loved that memory. I loved that bond, because everybody, I think we were so much like, okay, let me try to do a count. So my dad has 5 children. My aunt, which is the second child, has 5 children. The third child has 4 children. The 4 children. The fourth child, the fourth child, that's my first uncle, I think he had about 4 or 5 then. Yes. And I've counted 4. The 5th one had just 1 then. The 6th one had 1, and of course my other auntie hadn't had a baby then. So that was but everybody was married then. 20 grandchildren, right?
And then their
21.
spouses of
Then
these
each
people.
of them, their spouses, then my grandparents, my mom. So it was just a very full house. Then we want to cook. Everybody was cooking with 1 pot. We had 1 pot. So the way, and somehow I was involved in kitchen matters. So I brought up the idea. I said we will forget one person where we are sharing food. So we brought a book like this. I wrote down everybody's name. So first of all, we wrote down one person and the spouse, each person, my grandfather and his wife, my dad and his wife, this one and the husband, like that. Then all my cousins and myself. So we now grouped everybody based on age group. This one is not based on siblings. It's based on age group. Okay. So they dish based on age group. You and this person. So it was so much fun. Then so when we want to start sharing, you bring out the book or else you forget one person. Chibike, Chinemere, this one, come and carry your food. This one, come and carry your food. And it was so much fun. Unfortunately, we didn't get to have that. I think the closest we had to it was when we finally lost my granddad, and that was in 2016 when I got married. Just shortly after I got married, I think that was the last time we had that kind of, everybody was around again. But it wasn't as, experiential. And one of my uncle is married to a German, and for some reason, every time she's back, she's always looking for family bonding activities.
I was going to say it's the African thing, communal.
So she was looking for family bonding thing. So we even had our family party that year. The whole grandchildren in the Obi, in every Igbo house, there's something they call an Obi where you receive visitors. It's like a sit out. So we had a family party there. So imagine a party you didn't need outsiders to have a party, because the house itself is enough members to have the party. So yes, so to my uncles and auntie, I really appreciated that moment. I wish things can be the way they used to be again, and I would forever cherish those moments. I hope my children also get to experience that with their cousins and uncles and aunties sometime, someday, because a lot of civilization, a lot of jackpot and everything is affecting so many things. So yes, that's my favorite child.
Yeah, Christmas was also like that. My cousins, my aunts, my uncle. So my grandma had just my mom and my aunts, but my aunt has and then my siblings and I, that's 3. Then my aunts 5, So there was that, and then of course my cousin, who is my first, already was married and had his 2 sons. So, by the way, my cousin, that's my cousin, has 2 sons. So, when his wife was like, you are following in my steps, in my mind, I'm like, it's been a long time coming.
So we have more of my mother once said. Okay. So, someone said, my mother once said, when a baby fish guards itself, it becomes a big fish. I still don't know if I've become the big fish. My dear, if you have not become the big fish, at least maybe you have become the medium fish. It's still a journey. Keep pressing on, my dear. You will become that big fish. Mommy knew what she was saying, and hold on to it. You will definitely become that big fish.
Right.
Yeah, so thank you, Onyechi, for that comment.
Thank you.
Yes, so had me. I hope I got this pronunciation correct.
H. Dummy.
Okay, H. Dummy. He said, true, Zoe was very big on licking milk and scarves. This is such... okay, that's Bisoye. This is such a beautiful episode going down memory lane. I love it. Yes, I love it too. For me especially. It's bringing back a lot of memories. So,
by the way, sorry, Bisoye was... so, you know how we're all a certain height? Bisoye had always been very tall. So, in fact, when she got into the modeling line, I've always felt like, I have a friend that is a model. What are you talking about? Right. And then she was just very, how she actually, before she even learned, she was very model-like. And then I remember when we wanted to go we went for camp outs together. So there was these 3 of us that were like 3 musketeers. Then there was one time when her mom or so didn't want her to go. Guess what we did? Me and Bisoye went home. We went to kneel down. Mommy, please, let Bisoye go to camp. Mommy will wash plates. That's how we went home. We started helping her to wash plates. We started doing things in the house. So that the mother, when you have the mother, so like, go.
Before you wear me out.
Thank you, ma. Even the hug. It's okay. Oh my God, childhood was
okay,
lovely.
so our time is fast spent. Childhood memories, and while we were recounting our childhood memories, both the good and not so good. For me, major part of my childhood were filled with amazing memories. I know there are some people who can actually relate with what we're saying. So if you're there, maybe your parents were somehow not there, maybe your childhood was tumultuous, or I know, you can't relate with what we're saying. We're saying that it's not too late for you to heal of that trauma, just let go. if not for anything, for the children, for the African children that you're raising to become the future leaders, please heal. If you have to talk to someone, please do. If you have to go in for therapy, please do. Your mental health is very important. So you might be hearing all these amazing memories we're sharing, both from Zoe, both from myself, both from our listeners that have posted, and you feel like I can't relate to this. My dad was not there, my mom was not there, or my childhood was reading with so many unpleasant memories. Please, 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 we're asking you to please heal, so that you don't end up bleeding on the children that God is going to entrust into your hands. It must have been very difficult, but please talk to someone, find help. Your mental health is very, very important. So Zoe,
Thank you so very much for joining back in time with me, Somi, and thank you everyone else for joining back in time. If there's anything that it reminds us of the fact that we have come a long way. So if any of present situation gives you this feeling like, oh, what is there about life? What value am I adding? Remember that you've been adding value for a very long time. I mean, you were a joy when you were birthed, when you came into a new family, and you have been a joy to people. You have been a part of their lives since childhood up until now. And now you may or may not yet have been in a family of your own. But what is most important is that you are unique. And especially if I'm a proud African, but I'm equally a Christian. Especially if you are choosing to trust God with your life, I want you to know that there is a beauty that only you can add, because it's something that God has created you for. So remember this whenever doubt or questions come to you, like, what is there to live for? There's so much to live for. Look around you. Look at us. At least we're very happy that you're always here on the A.R.A.L Show.
yes. So, of course, I didn't forget. I was about to make a shout out to my daddy
Yay.
of course, I tell people I'm able to have chosen myself a fine gentleman as a husband, because daddy sets the antecedents. Daddy sets the standard for how I should be treated. Daddy was very present. Daddy was involved in my life, and I want to say thank you, Daddy. It was Father's Day this week, and unfortunately, you spent it in the hospital. But I just want to tell you that I love you. I love you. And I see all the sacrifices. I see everything that you have done to make sure that we are who we are today, my brothers and I. And I say thank you, Daddy, for being an amazing daddy. I couldn't have asked for any better.
Aww.
So, yes. So, before I start crying, I'm daddy's girl.
You can't help it, can you?
Yeah, so please don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, and we'll come your way again next time in 2 weeks time. Hopefully the A.R.A.L Show airs every second and fourth Wednesday of the month. We bring you new episodes. So next time we just might have a guest here to treat on any topic has to do with the African child. Of course, we remain committed to raising the next generation of African leaders who are poised to take the leadership reign and take Africa to that place. We're tired of Africa is coming. We want to say Africa has come. So yes, we're looking forward to the future. I am still Chisom Okachuko, and right here with me is...
I am Zoe Octavia Obaze.
And we say you should tell the word
Africa is
coming.
coming.
See you. Bye.
Afrimums from all corners of Africa. Rise from your slumber. The time is